Hi Taurus, this is Natalie from Inspired Alignment. I'm coming to you today to do your reading from now until the middle of October. I am going to be doing a little bit of a different kind of a spread. So this is going to be, I'm going to pull 3 cards for your energy during this time period and some things that you're going to need to know from now until the middle of October. And then I'm going to pull 3 cards for a person that you could be dealing with. So this could be a love relationship, it can be a family member, a friend, coworker. It's just going to be a person that you are mainly focused on during this time or interacting with the most during this time. And if you aren't really focused on anybody else and you're just kind of doing your own thing right now, that can just be a continuation of your energy and the messages that are just for you. So please like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Also, please check your sun, moon, and rising sign so that you can get more of a complete picture of your particular situation or circumstance. And I'm going to go ahead and get started with the reading. Okay. So, Spirit, what messages do Taurus people need to know from now until the middle of October 2018? What messages do Taurians need to know from now until the middle of October 2018? Okay. Messages that Taurians need to know from now until the middle of October 2018. Okay, so already I'm kind of feeling like a sticky kind of an energy. So there may be some conflict that you are dealing with currently. But let's see what cards we get. We will get some more information on this. Messages for Taurians. Like, I was almost having a hard time like speaking as well as a hard time shuffling the cards. So maybe I kind of get the feeling that maybe somebody's holding back a little bit or something needs to be talked about. The first card that I have is the 8 of Earth. Okay, the second card that I have is the Ace of Earth. Okay, and then the next card I have is the Hero. Let me scooch these down a little bit. And then underneath the deck, we have the 7 of Air. Okay, so I have a little bit of earth energy here. So this could be dealing with something in like the material world. It can be like money, finances, it can be a job, but it can also be things like things that we have in the material world. So, like a marriage is still something that happens physically in the material world. A home, a car, just something of that nature. So this is something that's like in the physical material world. I'm getting like the sense that you are trying to like create a new beginning or manifest something materially or like in the real world. You're trying to create something new, something that is physical here in the here and now. So you may have been like going within and like kind of like maybe meditating or even like fantasizing about whatever this is that you're wanting to create. But I'm almost feeling like there's some kind of a blockage here. And it feels to me like it has something to do with like thinking, like the way that somebody is thinking. Um, and I'm also getting that I don't usually get this, but for some reason from this hero card, I'm picking up that this could be like a grandparent. Like I'm getting a more of a masculine energy. It's like a father or a grandfather. And they may not be here in the physical anymore. They may have passed away, but I'm getting that like there was either a strong connection that you had with this person, or there was something that took place in your life with this person that is in some way like creating a blockage for you. You know, if there were like some problems that you had with a father or a grandfather, maybe the relationship was not like very healthy, or there was just like some unresolved issues. I'm getting that like that might be part of what is blocking you from manifesting whatever this new beginning is that you're trying to manifest. So, you know, I'm kind of like, I'm hearing the word forgive. So this could be for a specific person. If there was like a situation that took place, and if this person isn't around or if they are around, it's really asking you to kind of like go within and really kind of like evaluate the situation a little bit, and try to forgive the situation or the person or whatever it is that took place that is kind of holding you back here. And I know like forgiveness can be a really hard thing for us to kind of like wrap our minds around. But really, I think like understanding that, you know, the way that we experience things or perceive things is one way, and then the way that another person experiences it and perceives it is another. And sometimes we don't always know the reasons why people have done what they've done, or the things or reasons why, or, you know, maybe the things that have happened to them at some point in their lives. So I'm really picking up that if there was like a conflict or some kind of, you know, an issue that you had with a masculine energy in your life, to really try and, you know, maybe this is something that you've been avoiding. But this is asking you to really try and, you know, look at that situation, and kind of like figure out exactly what it was about that situation that bothered you, and then try to like release it and let it go, because I'm feeling like that is what is kind of blocking you here. So for other people, this could just be something that has to do with yourself. So, you know, I see you like trying to create and manifest this new beginning, and that you definitely have the ability to do this, you know, but there is something, some kind of like a thought, that you're having, like maybe it's, you know, you feel like maybe bad for some stuff that you've done in the past, or maybe you're feeling bad about some kind of a choice or a decision that you're trying to make at this time. But it's really asking you to, you know, kind of look at that a little bit, and move past that, you know, to kind of remove the guilt or the shame that you're feeling about anything within yourself, and that's really going to help you move forward here and create this new beginning in the physical world. And when you do kind of go within and look at what this like negative feeling is that you're having, and you kind of like release that into into the universe and kind of let that go, it is going to bring like a lot of balance into your life. And we are in Libra season now. We just entered Libra season, so this is like the perfect time for all of us to do this, to really kind of like let go of things that are kind of holding us back in some way, and really, gaining our balance back. So yeah, if you are feeling like, guilty or bad about something that has taken place, really spend some time on finding out like, what that situation is about, and then release it. Like, don't stay in that energy. I'm definitely getting that it's something that you could have been, maybe avoiding or not really wanting to deal with. But it's asking you to kind of, open yourself a little bit up to this and take a look at it. Even if it causes like some emotions that, need to come up to the surface, that's okay. The main thing is to not stay in that energy. We want to pull ourselves out of that. So it's like kind of dealing with whatever it is that we need to deal with, letting that go, and then that brings us back into, an even balance. And from what I'm seeing here, it's going to help you to finish manifesting whatever it is that you're trying so hard to manifest. So I'm going to pull a few cards for a person that Taurus can be dealing with, for the person that Taurus could be dealing with during this time. Spirit, can I have a few cards for a person that Taurus could be dealing with from now until the middle of October? What's going on with the person that Taurus is dealing with? Messages do we have for the person that Taurus is dealing with? Okay, so the first card I have is knowledge. The second card I have is the Seven of Fire. What messages do we have for a person that Taurus is dealing with? Okay, and then emotion and intellect. And then underneath the deck, we have the counselor. So, Taurus, this may be the person that you are having some of these blockages about, some of these thoughts about. I'm kind of almost picking up, I don't know, like a similar energy here. So I'm seeing here that this person may need to like gain some knowledge. Maybe they are studying or going to school, or like researching something, but I'm almost feeling like, how I said here that like there's kind of like two perspectives, there's two sides to a story. I'm picking that up here with this Seven of Fire, because I see like the images of the cat. There's the two cats. And then like this person, like I'm almost, it's like saying like this person's perspective and then this person's perspective. And so, there might be a conflict that like you're having with somebody. So, obviously this would be somebody that you're dealing with in the physical. So if you're the person that had like a father or grandfather that has passed away, then this message might be a little bit different for you. So I'm getting here that like this person has their side of the story too. And maybe they are wanting to give you some knowledge about their side of the story. I'm getting here that both people, like this person wants to kind of like give you some information that's going to help them understand their side of what's going on, but you're also going to want to, give this person your perspective. So it kind of goes both ways. But I am getting that maybe you're more closed off to listening to what this person has to say. So it's like, maybe kind of giving them the opportunity to express what it is that they want to tell you, like what, their side of what happened was. And even if it's not something that you agree with, you might just want to like listen to what they have to say, and then, like still give them the opportunity to say it and listen to them, but then you can still be like, okay, and then this is how I feel about it. And so the emotion and intellect here, I'm getting that, this person may have been operating like from like a fear base, whenever, like if there was a conflict that took place, or there is, this could be taking place like in the next couple of weeks. So it could have already taken place and you guys are kind of like hashing it out now in the next couple of weeks, or this is like some kind of conflict that's going to take place during the next couple of weeks. But what I'm getting is that this person is kind of like they're kind of battling the head and the heart, and I'm picking up some kind of like fear here. So like almost like operating out of fear. It's like maybe sometimes like they are really emotional, so they're like coming, maybe like the way that they're coming on is like really strong, because their emotions are kind of like, getting the best of them at that time. And, they need to kind of like think about what they're about to say before they say it. Like they're speaking without thinking. They're definitely like just speaking like right, like just straight from emotion. And it may have came out harshly, or like really, emotional, and that might have been like hard for you to deal with here. It also could be that like this is somebody that came to you to talk to you about a situation that took place within their life, and they were kind of like confiding in you, and you had a difficult time dealing with what it was that they were trying to talk to you about. I'm kind of feeling like they may have just like wanted somebody to like hear them out or listen to what they had to say. And so if you are feeling like some kind of way about what they had to talk to you about, or what they, I guess like confided in you with, to kind of like let that go. If it didn't have anything to do with you, and it was just something that was kind of like surprising, or I don't know, bothered you in some way, but it's not like really your problem, I'm getting, to let that go. Like you may be harboring like some kind of feelings about what this person had to tell you. So I'm gonna go ahead and pull some clarifiers. I'm going to pull some clarifiers for this 7 of air that you had, Taurus. What other messages? What is this 7 of air about? Can you give me some other messages for the 7 of air that we had here? What other messages do Taurians need to know about the 7 of air? What's the 7 of air about? Okay, so the Page of Swords. What other messages for the 7 of air? Okay. Okay. Yeah, so I'm getting that there was like some kind of like some kind of communication that came in like really quickly, and it may have been a little bit immature and harsh. And it could have like made you feel like you were betrayed or stabbed in the back in some way. I mean, and this person was really harsh. Like they came in, they may have like really kind of like cut you up with with their words. And if this isn't what the other person did, this could have been like something that you did. But because the other person here in the reading, I can kind of see that, you know, like they were kind of acting based off of like emotion and speaking before thinking. I'm kind of guessing that this other person is the one that confronted you in some way, and you know, it might have been a little harsh. And so that is what's going on here with the Seven of Swords. It's like this conflict that you're having with this other person. And this is definitely like communication. It could have been an argument, some kind of harsh communication, something that made you feel like stabbed in the back or betrayed. And you are like kind of holding on to that. And I think that something needs to happen. Like maybe there needs to be another conversation about this, but something needs to happen. Maybe you just need to kind of like let it go. Whatever was said, whatever thing that they said that might have been hurtful or nasty, you know, just kind of, you know, let that go. Like that was, you know, their thoughts or what it was that they had to say. That doesn't mean that, you know, you have to continue to hold on to that energy. And if this is a person that you know, really care about or want to try and like, you know, work, you know, this friendship or relationship or whatever, you know, kind of relationship it is out, then, you know, I would definitely have another talk with this person when they're not in this, you know, highly emotional state. Okay, Spirit, so what is this Hero card? What is this Hero card about? What's the Hero card about for Taurus? Okay, so the Hangman, and then the Seven of Cups, and the Five of Swords. So, you know, it's kind of like what I said, like going within a little bit about whatever the circumstance was that took place, whatever this conflict was. It kind of like made you feeling like, what the heck? Like that you didn't know, you know, what to think or what was going on here. Like it made you confused, and it made you feel like either you hurt somebody or somebody hurt you. And it could be both. It could be that at some point you hurt somebody and now this person is coming at you, and you know, they're now like hurting you in some way. With like the way that they're speaking to you or the things that they have to say. And so, yeah, like I was saying before, like really going in and kind of like working out this situation within yourself, and kind of like letting go of that, you know, letting go of whatever negative feeling or attachment that you have to that is going to help you move forward here. It's going to put you in a place, in a way better place, in a place where you're going to be able to like move forward and create new things, you know, and maybe it will help you to create, you know, this really, if this is a relationship that you're trying to have with somebody, you know, maybe that will help you to, you know, bring this relationship back together. Can I get a card for the Seven of Fire? What is this Seven of Fire? What messages we have for the Seven of Fire? Okay. Okay, so what I'm getting here is, you know, what I was picking up with this card before is that, you know, there's like two sides to every story. And so I'm getting that if this is a person that you had some kind of a conflict with, you know, they really do have like a lot of like love for you. And I'm getting that like they're normally like a nurturing, loving, like optimistic person. But, you know, they were in their emotions. Something made them really upset, and they acted based off of emotion. And you know, I think that maybe like giving this person a little bit of space and then maybe trying to come back to it after this person is kind of like calmed down and can kind of like, you know, look at both sides of this will be helpful. Because I think that there's more here than you're seeing. I think that there's more to this situation than what meets the eye, or what is being said. There's more here to it. What is this counselor card about? Spirit, what is this counselor card? Okay, yeah, so that's the communication. You know, and then I have the Two of Pentacles here. So I'm getting like really like rocky like situation, somebody not knowing exactly like how to handle something or deal with something, and like it just kind of like was like verbal vomit is what I'm getting. Like it just really, you know, maybe came out like really surprising or nasty. And this situation is kind of holding, you know, both of you guys back. I mean, really, because it's showing up on their end quite a bit too. So, you know, I think that if you're not trying to work anything out with this person, you know, you really need to kind of like just let this go. And let this person kind of deal with whatever it is that they need to deal with. And if you are trying to work this out with the person, then, you know, maybe like step back for a little bit, give them a minute to kind of, you know, relax and reflect on whatever it is that they're upset about, and then try to come back and discuss whatever this conflict is when they're not in such a highly emotional state. So I'm going to pull a couple other cards here to see what other advice Taurians need to know from now until the middle of October. What other messages do we have for Taurians from now until the middle of October? Okay, so, oh my gosh, anger and healer. So, anger says, safely express your anger. Use anger as a positive force. Honor all of your emotions as sacred. And then underneath the deck, we have healer. You have powerful healing gifts. Have faith in your abilities. Stay true to your path as a healer. So yeah, this definitely could be something that took place or is going to take place during this time, where somebody gets really upset about something and they may attack you in some way out of anger and emotions. And you know, this obviously is something that this person needs to heal within themselves. And if it does have something to do with your guys' relationship, like as a couple, or just, you know, even as like family or friends, like really, you know, taking some time to like sit down and like work it out, like, you know, almost like a counseling session. You know, you guys need to heal whatever this is that created the outburst, because usually a person doesn't just kind of like flip out and get super angry and emotional for no reason. I'm getting that there's a reason with this Seven of Air here. There is something that happened within the relationship that made this person upset. But, you know, I would step away from this until this person can calm down a little bit. And then once they are able to calm down, then, you know, try to sit down and talk about what it is that happened, and, you know, try to resolve whatever this issue is. And it's going to, you know, help heal the situation. That it's going to help heal the relationship and you guys healing each other. And it's going to bring some strength to the relationship. You guys will be stronger than you were before. So, Taurus, I hope that these messages helped you, and I will see you again soon. Take care.